Did you know that dugongs are the only exclusive marine herbivore and can live to be over 70 years old? Dugongs are often called the cow of the sea due to their aptitude for seagrass meadows along the ocean floor and consume between 25 and 60 kilograms of seagrass every day. These cute little guys have been roaming the ocean floors for over 50 million years and play a vital role in their environment, especially by maintaining healthy seagrass beds and supporting marine biodiversity. Dugongs were once widespread along the eastern coast of Australia as they followed healthy seagrass beds. Over the past several hundred years, dugong populations in New South Wales have declined drastically due to human activity, hunting, and damaged seagrass forests. This led us to think about the research question: what environmental and habitat factors best explain the uneven occurrence of dugongs in the eastern coast of Australia?
A population viability analysis, or PVA, is a tool used to identify the current state of a population and predict the future of a population given threats to the species. These models depend on long-term data like demographic information, environmental features, and genetic factors. There is no PVA for dugongs in New South Wales. However, there is a PVA for dugongs just north of us in Queensland. This is a time series PVA that estimates the persistence of dugongs in Queensland over time. They focus on harvest rates by Indigenous communities as the primary factor, with the assumption of 500 dugongs harvested per year. Researchers had a pessimistic and optimistic model, with the median estimating that dugongs will face quasi-extinction in 42 to 123 years.
Although there are vast amounts of dugong research in Queensland and Northern Australia, the research in New South Wales is quite the opposite. Dugong sightings in New South Wales are rare, which means there are little data and no published population viability analysis. Because of that, we have to work with what's available. One of the key studies we can analyze is a 2004 study by Alan Marsh and Hodgson, which examined dugong behavior in relation to historical records in New South Wales, mainly focusing on water temperature and seagrass distribution. In addition, we can use historical sighting datasets from the past 2 centuries. Although when the datasets were filtered to only New South Wales, there were only around 150 sightings. Even with limited data, some patterns do show up. Dugong sightings in New South Wales are more common in spring and early summer, when the water temperatures are around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Sightings also tend to occur in areas with high seagrass densities, particularly halophilia, a preferred food source due to its low fiber and high nitrogen content. However, the data set is sparse, and the variability is high given the low number of occurrences.
Data documenting the exact number of dugongs that enter New South Wales is severely lacking. Dugongs don't breed in New South Wales, so we only observe a few individuals that migrate southward. Dugongs can also travel to New South Wales after major weather events like floods that affect their food source and habitat. Aerial surveillance via the use of drones and AI, as well as genetic testing, would be incredibly useful data to help us find which groups or individuals are migrating into New South Wales and why. Climate change is warming our waters, and continued coastal development is depleting habitat, so we predict more dugongs will migrate into New South Wales in the future. As the world changes, we must be ready to adapt to help these endangered creatures. Compiling a comprehensive PVA strategy is the first step to monitoring how dugong behaviour changes. Then we can make steps to ensure that dugongs that do take a swim to New South Wales have the best trip possible.